Listen.
I fucking live the way I want to live, baby. I live the way I want to live.
They go from 6 to 25.
I'm a sicko.
They go from 6 to 25.
I'm bad.
They go from 6 to 25.
I'm a sicko.
They go from 6 to 25.
On or about September 30, 2014, Ms. Doe first contacted defendant Delia via Instagram. She sent him a photograph of herself via direct message, a message that she sent privately to defendant Delia. The photo showed a young Ms. Doe, holding a giant teddy bear and laughing. Ms. Doe and her friend had been watching the television show Workaholics and had seen defendant Delia in an episode. Ms. Doe and her friends sent the photo to defendant Delia as a joke. They assumed he would not answer because of his celebrity status. Defendant Delia responded to Ms. Doe's direct message right away, asking her to come to one of his comedy shows. Ms. Doe responded, telling defendant Delia she would probably make it to one of his shows in November, in Connecticut. Defendant Delia was scheduled to perform a show in Mashantucket, Connecticut on November 7, 2014, at the Fox Theater at Foxwoods Resort Casino as part of his Under No Influence comedy tour. The day after Ms. Doe first messaged defendant, he asked her if she had a Snapchat account. Ms. Doe did not answer defendant's question for a while because she was not sure if she should. When Ms. Doe did not answer defendant Delia right away, he sent her another message with his Snapchat account information. Ms. Doe added defendant Delia as a friend on Snapchat later that day. Defendant Delia continued to communicate with Ms. Doe via social media and began to solicit child pornography images from Ms. Doe via Snapchat and email. As soon as Ms. Doe added defendant Delia on Snapchat, he started sending her messages. He sent her a picture message immediately, and Ms. Doe responded. Defendant asked Ms. Doe again about coming to his comedy show. Defendant also asked Ms. Doe to show him more of herself. Defendant Delia asked Ms. Doe to keep sending him pictures, each time asking to see more of her. Defendant first asked Ms. Doe to send him a photo showing her whole body, and then asked Ms. Doe to send him a photo of herself undressed. Defendant Delia's messages to Ms. Doe became sexual very quickly. The same night they first started exchanging messages, defendant Delia asked Ms. Doe to send him nude pictures of herself. Ms. Doe felt uncomfortable with defendant Delia's request, so she ignored his request and repeatedly tried to change the subject. Defendant Delia persisted and continued asking Ms. Doe for nude photos of herself. For approximately the next month, Ms. Doe and defendant exchanged messages every day. Complaint during that time, defendant asked Ms. Doe for pictures of herself occasionally. Defendant Delia and Ms. Doe communicated primarily via Snapchat and email. After the first few times Ms. Doe sent him photos of herself, defendant Delia asked her to send him photos or videos of herself by email. Over time, defendant Delia became more insistent in his requests for photos of Ms. Doe, including by urging her to send him photos at specific times and soliciting specific kinds of photos from Ms. Doe. On October 6, 2014, defendant commented, "Haha," on a photograph of Ms. Doe's father that Ms. Doe posted on her Instagram account and commented. On October 19, 2014, defendant liked a photograph of Ms. Doe that she posted on her Instagram account. The photograph, captioned "Selfie Sunday Still a Thing," showed a fresh-faced Ms. Doe. On October 23, 2014, Ms. Doe posted a photo of herself and a friend from her high school's Spirit Day. The photo showed her and another person dressed up in red, white, and blue, in the hallway of her high school. Ms. Doe had her hand over her heart and the caption read, "Could we get more patriotic?" In the background were other students walking in the hallway, several of whom were similarly dressed up for Spirit Day. Defendant Delia commented on the photo, "Haha WTF." Ms. Doe's friends commented, expressing surprise and asking Ms. Doe how she knew defendant Delia. Defendant Delia commented a second time, at Ms. Doe, "Haha I'm not hating. So funny, everyone tripping out on the comments too." Ms. Doe responded to defendant, at Chris Delia, "Haha look what you've done." During their interactions, defendant Delia was pleasant and showed interest in Ms. Doe. At times, however, defendant Delia was pushy or aggressive when Ms. Doe communicated with him. For example, Ms. Doe avoided sending defendant Delia photos of herself several times because she was uncomfortable, was with her family, or was at school. Defendant Delia continued to insist that Ms. Doe send him the photos he had requested and would not talk about anything else until she complied with his demands. Ms. Doe sent defendant Delia approximately 5 to 10 sexually explicit photos and videos of herself before she met him in person. Ms. Doe was only 17 years old at the time. Defendant Delia and Ms. Doe met in person and had sex over time. Defendant Delia became increasingly insistent that Ms. Doe meet him in person. For example, after Ms. Doe initially told defendant Delia that she would attend his show, she had second thoughts and told defendant Delia that she may not be able to make it to his show. In response, defendant Delia guilted Ms. Doe by telling her how much he wanted to see her and how special it would be if she came to his show. The night before defendant Delia's show in Connecticut, Ms. Doe and defendant Delia exchanged phone numbers at Ms. Doe's suggestion. Defendant Delia gave Ms. Doe a phone number she later learned was a fake phone number associated with a text messaging application. On November 7, 2014, Ms. Doe and 2 of her friends drove from their hometown to the Foxwoods Resort Casino in Mashantucket, Connecticut, where defendant Delia was performing that night. Ms. Doe told defendant Delia what time she was planning to arrive at his show. In response, defendant Delia insisted Ms. Doe needed to arrive earlier so they could hang out before the show. When she did not immediately agree, defendant Delia continued to pressure Ms. Doe to arrive at the venue early enough to see him before the show started. When Ms. Doe arrived at the Foxwoods Resort Casino, defendant Delia asked Ms. Doe via text message to come up to his hotel room at the casino before his show. Defendant Delia told Ms. Doe via text message what floor his room was on, but he did not tell her his specific room number. Ms. Doe was very nervous about going to defendant Delia's hotel room, especially because he was so vague about which room he was in, so she brought one of her friends with her. When Ms. Doe and her friend got off the elevator on defendant Delia's floor, they stood in the hallway outside the elevator and Ms. Doe sent defendant Delia a text message letting him know that she was there. Defendant Delia responded with a text message telling Ms. Doe that her friend needed to leave or he would not open the door to his hotel room. Ms. Doe's friend reluctantly went back to the elevator. After Ms. Doe's friend left, defendant Delia opened the door to his hotel room, which was located in the corner of the hallway with a direct view of the elevator. Ms. Doe understood that defendant Delia had been watching her and her friend through the peephole in his hotel room door. Ms. Doe went into defendant Delia's hotel room. Defendant Delia made small talk with Ms. Doe briefly, asking her how the drive had been and a few other questions. The television in defendant Delia's hotel room was on, and defendant Delia told Ms. Doe to have a seat on the couch. Ms. Doe sat down on the couch, and defendant Delia sat next to her. Shortly after they sat down on the couch, and approximately 2 to 3 minutes after Ms. Doe had entered defendant Delia's hotel room, defendant Delia grabbed Ms. Doe's hand, put it on his already erect penis, and started moving her hand to pleasure himself. Defendant Delia then instructed Ms. Doe to get on the floor, take off his shoes and pants, and give him oral sex. Defendant Delia continued to tell Ms. Doe what to do and told her she was a good girl when she did what he said. Defendant Delia did not touch Ms. Doe, except to show her what he wanted her to do to him. Defendant Delia then made Ms. Doe undress herself while he watched, and told Ms. Doe to go lay on the bed. Defendant Delia and Ms. Doe never kissed. Approximately 10 minutes after she arrived at his hotel room, defendant Delia had sex with Ms. Doe. During sex, defendant Delia asked Ms. Doe several times to tell him how old she was. She told him she was 17 years old, and he responded that the fact that Ms. Doe was only 17, a minor, was hot.